Okay. So for today, we have series of things we are going to do. So, but first of all, let's take a look at the Mt4 app you downloaded. Remember, most of the things that we were talking about were always in picture form. So now we're right into the practical. So I'm going to share my screen. So I hope you can all see my screen. Can you see my screen? Hello? Can you let me know if you can see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so this is the Mt4 app, which we told you to download at the early stage of the lecture. Okay, so what we're going to do here is that we're going to explain some things we did on the theoretical aspect. You did not have the opportunity to see it this way. So we have the Mt4 this way. So first of all, when you download the Mt4, it automatically generates an ID for you, which it's going to create a demo account. So I should believe that each and every one of us have a demo already set up on your app. So in case you don't have yours, it's very easy. You simply, that's the first process. Even when we get into the main part of trading, where you're going to have a live account, when you want to log into your Mt4, let's start with that process. You go to manage account and click there. Now, when you click there, you come over here and click the plus sign. And then if you have opened an account with a broker, you're going to click log into existing account. Now you're going to find the broker name first. For example, if my broker's name is Xner, so I'm going to type in the Xner. Now, anytime you successfully create a live account, there are several servers attached to each ID generated to you. So it could be your server could be Xner 11 real, Xner 5. So do well to capture your server, whatever it is. The last number attached to it, that's always the server. That's what you pay attention to. So suppose my account I created, the ID is linked to, let's say Xner 19. I'm going to click on it. Now there's always an ID generated. Now you input the ID over here and then put the password and then click sign up. Sign in. I hope you understand this process. This is how, even it is Mt5, you create an Mt5 account. This same method I've taught you. I believe I've covered this. This has to do with how you should log in. Always take note of the server attached to the broker or that's your account. Do you understand this stage? Hello? Are we okay with this stage? You can unmute your mic.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah. Well,
so
I didn't get the first. I didn't get the first aspect of it because I'm using an iPhone, so I guess the features are different, slightly different from the interface that is slightly different from what we have here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, so, I don't even have I'm not using an Apple laptop, so this is, and this is an Mt4 compatible with my Windows, or not Windows, but
just go over it again so that I'll get I can
all right. So I said you start first with managing account. When you want to log into Mt5 or Mt4, you start from getting here. Once it's here, if you have several accounts in this particular app, you are going to find it listed like this. So next, what you're going to do, you click on plus and then click on login. First, you must have to find your broker's name. For example, if I use XM, I'll type in XM and wait. Now this has their logo on it, so that is the XM broker. And then I said you pay attention to the last figure attached to each of these various servers. We call them server. So at the end of whenever you successfully create a live account, they generate an ID for you, that is a login ID, and then your password is what you have selected already. Now the ID will also be attached. They always tell you server to that your account could be xm.com real 17. So real 17 is the server. So you must look for the last two words, real 17, it could be real 18. Because if I now click on XM real 30 and try to log in with my ID and password with a different server, it will not work. So you have to pay attention to that. Okay, so that's not much of a problem. You can always go over it, and that is it. Now, where I want you to pay attention next is, suppose you don't have a broker, I mean, you don't have a demo account. That's not a problem, because if your app, if this is not the first time of using the app or one or two things, for example, I will want us to use this broker, so you can follow me in this lecture. So we want to use Hugo's Way. Why we want to use Hugo's Way is that they have this NAS 100, and they also have these assets that are metals and also crypto. They also have it. So we want to create a demo account, not a live account. We want to create a live account. We go straight to the website, but demo, you can always do that here. So you can follow me. Now click open a demo account. I only have like only 2 active persons here. Excuse me. Let me see. Okay, so you're going to go to, okay, this is a demo. So first of all, I have to search for the broker. So do that along with me, Hugo's Way. Now, when you click on Hugo's Way, you don't have much to do here. It's simply type in any name of your choice. For example, I can just type in, FX Gabi. This is just a dummy account. So FX Gabi. And then what is left here? Nothing much. So I just leave, you put in any phone number of your choice. Now just click create. So this is just a demo. I'll tell you you have successfully created the Hugo's Way account. Now suppose this is on the other phone. If you have 2 phones and this phone is where you've created this account, for example, this demo account, what you're going to do here is that the advantage here is that you have to note this password and your login ID and your password for this demo account. Well, you don't have to store it. It's not a must, but there's something I want to explain. For example, you have one phone you're using now, and that phone, you have been building this demo and you are happy that the account is growing. So when you have the next phone and you download MT4, you won't want to create another demo and start again. Now, suppose you want to access this demo account on the other side. Now you take track of your login and the password when you're creating it. But someone like me, I don't create demo again, so I don't need this. Now, for example, once you've done the process, you followed me, I think this is, we should be done here. You click this at this point, and the demo should be set up. Now, if I come to this manage account, we now have not only this other account, we now have this account with Hugo's Way, a demo account. All right, so that is that for that. Okay, so now we look at this other aspects of the app. So you have the quotes, you have
Sorry for interrupting. For the demo account, do you have to put your real phone number, email, or just put in anything there?
put any funny thing there, and that is just to pass the
Okay.
process. Let me get water and drink. Excuse me. All right, so let's move on. Okay, back to this, to the interface. Now you can see around here we have quotes, you have charts, we have tweets, we have history, we have account monitoring, we have some of these added features. Well, you don't need to know all of this. With time, you are going to know how to play around the app. The more you play around the app, the more you are going to get this. And okay, so you have the quotes. For example, each of the pairs we're going to be trading will always come under the quote section. So just know that on your MT4, if I tell you, for example, we want to trade Euro USD, you know that you just tap on quotes. And once you tap quotes, it's going to display your assets. Example, the Euro USD here. And please, who is using the name iPhone? Hello, who is iPhone? Who is the one?
Hi.
And
This is
what?
like Abida Community Emmanuel.
Okay, so now you have the next, after the quotes, you have charts. Please pay attention because these are things I'm not going to repeat because we can't be going forward and backwards. But I have to do this so that I want to take my time. Suppose you were doing them because you just have, you can download any app, but now I'm taking my time to walk you through the whole interface of the app and things. Mr. Gift, you are already in the section. I can see you here. So why are you saying you are not here? It's your network, probably the capacity of your network. Okay, so we have charts. So when we go over to charts, any of the market that is active, we always open our charts this way for us. So that is just it. So the next thing after charts is trade. For example, if we have a running trade at the background, how to inspect it? You go under trades, you are going to see the trade running. It's supposed, is it running not in profit or is running red? So you do that way. Okay, so next here is your history. If you want to view the history of your account, your performance of, or the number of trades you've taken, and also deposit withdrawal, you can always come this way to check that out. So that's under your history, because sometimes that history is important because you want to know how your performance has been either through the past month or the current week. So if you want to filter things more, because sometimes you are going to see your history will be as bulky, it will be much as it is, it might be large, because if you started trading since January, it will be going down, creating a lot of history. So To be more specific, what you're going to do, you click the calendar symbol, you select the week, like today or last week, or which you can always filter things more. If you need more specific date, click on the custom period, type in a particular, suppose it was 10th of last month, you can always do the same by filtering all these numerous dates and get it precisely that way. I hope we understand.
Well understood.
Okay, so we're moving to the next aspect now. All right, so that is that about under your trade and history. Okay, let's see how we can forge ahead. So when we okay, as we are getting along, yeah, I'm going to drop signals, which the initial time, those signals will be used to grow your demo account. You're going to follow them to grow your demo account. You don't trade a live account first for now. Nobody is allowed to trade live account. That is on your own, it's on your own path, your own risk. Yeah, why I said you don't trade for now. You have to master what you've been taught so that when you go in there, you're going with at least 80% confidence that you know, coupled with what I'm going to be doing. So forget the one I drop on the reef. Yes. So for now, I'm not teaching you boom and crash because I noticed as of last year, a lot of my students, I started them on binary. And binary, it's more complex. That is good for mature hands to trade it. Yes. So by the time a lot of them, it was only those that were willing to take their learning to the next level that were able to continue or are still active on that group. Now, when they got into the reef, sometimes the reef works only on technical, but one thing about currency is that currency is not synthetic. The reef is synthetic. What I mean is synthetic. It is controlled by the reef themselves, but currency does not have a particular person that controls it. It's controlled by the banks and not one person that just decide and say this market, you are going to Abuja, change now, turn and start going to Lagos. It doesn't work that way. So currency, you could always follow the fundamental news, how it is being released. Could be the US, the economy, how the economy has been affected by the or political, all of those ones could affect the performance of the market. So that makes currency shows that one can get data and also you can relate on based on that data and also know what to expect. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is I had students which last time I measured on them trading the reef and all of those ones, but a lot of them could. I saw they were smart. They were not. They were very smart, but I saw that with what they were doing, experience. They needed more experience, and that's one because the market was too tough for them. So in the process, a lot of them lose their what do I say? They lose the desire and the passion for them to like continue. You know, forex is something that people know that this is something you're dealing with a losing game or you are winning. So that is the part of it. So you have to always take your time in doing things. So, but right now we are starting from, we're going to currency, not that side. So that I believe as you practice and you master also, that things get a little bit easier for you. Okay, so I was trying to tell you that when I tell you take trade, for example, I will tell you we are buying AUD USD. This is the first currency pair here. So suppose we're buying AUD USD, for example. How do we do that? If I tell you buy, how do you execute a trade? That's the next question. To execute a trade, you're simply going to click on the asset. I told you for you to look for a pair, you come to quotes and then come over here. If I say buy AUD USD, you look if AUD USD is here or is not here. Okay. So for example, we want to trade GBP AUD, but I will check under the quotes or the list of pairs, currency pairs. There is no GBP USD. So when you can't find a particular pair on the list, how do you do that? You move over to the plus symbol here, and then you move over to that plus symbol to begin to add up your pairs. So how do you add your pairs to the list that are not existing? I've shown you, you click the plus sign. So GBP USD should be, so GBP AUD should be under, okay. I taught you major and minor. So exotic are always your major, what is it called? Currency pairs. And F crosses are your minor pairs. So we told you that any pair that simply does not have USD to it is a minor pair. Example, pairs that have USD to it, we have GBP USD, we have Euro USD, we have, what's it called? We have USD CAD, we have USD CHF, we have NZD, a lot of those are major pairs. So when we say major pairs, those pairs have lower spreads, and also you could see that those pairs, there are reasons that when you are trading short pairs, if the pairs are not buying, if they are not selling, it creates a lot of serious questions, because it's a major pair, a major currency pair that for sure the market makers must do something, that the pair should not remain wherever it is. So now if I want to look for GBP AUD, I've told you to click the plus sign. In your order MT4, for example, I want to show you something. In your order MT4, let me log into the order account. In the order MT4, which is this one, when you want to add a pair, like for example, quotes, let's see if we have GBP AUD here. Okay, we should have here, but I want to show you different brokers have how they arrange their own pairs. So, okay, it's not here. So we click on the plus sign, and why can't I find other assets? Oh, well, that is a problem. That is why I said let us create a broker that we have give us more access to currency pairs. So let's go back to this other one, since I couldn't find those group of assets like we had yet. So we go to plus, and let's look for GBP AUD. It should be under the minor pairs. So GBP AUD, you can type in here GBP AUD. Now, once I tap it once, if I come back to my home quotes here, I should find it here. So this GBP AUD. So I was trying to show you tell you the function of this plus and the pencil symbol. This one, you can use it to delete. Suppose I don't need, like some of these pairs, Euro C, ZK, these are pairs with higher spread and stuff. So I don't need this kind of markets in this place. I just want to focus. I want the list to be small, narrowed down to what I know that I will trade. So This side is used to remove from the list of your quotes over here. So I will simply click on delete, and also I want to take off this those pairs. So now I have removed those pairs. I basically have what I have here. Okay, so okay, I want to remove GBP AUD and leave it only on major pairs. How do I do that? I've taught you. You click on that sign, click on the delete button. So I will disable this or delete it from the list. So everything I have here now are major pairs. So to trade on. Are you following?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So next, I want to show you. Now, if I give you a call, signal call, buy USD card, what do? You click on USD card first, click on open chart. Now, what do we do here? For you to open a buy or sell, you come over here and click on the plus symbol. Once you click plus symbol on your MT4, it now takes us to the next interface. Now, I now go to explaining. Okay, I have 10 minutes to generate a new link. This is where you were taught stop loss and take profit. So for you, if I send a signal with normally a stop loss and with take profit, hoping that yes, we don't want to blow your account. We want to have our for example, our risk level stop at a particular percentage of losses if the market doesn't play now in the right direction or to a direction. So this is USD card. There's always stop loss and take profit. So here is your stop loss. You can copy that number I have on the stop loss and you come and paste here, or you type it yourself. For the value of take profit, you also copy it on WhatsApp, come and put it. This is your take profit and stop loss. Here is where you select lot sizes. So you must do this before jumping in, because you don't want to blow your account. Suppose you are in the wrong position and you now leave it on 1.0, that could be dangerous. So always regulate the lot size according to your equity. So let's say I have a $300 account. Now I have to, after putting stop loss, take profit, after putting take profit and stop loss, I must select a lot size that is compatible with my account. And then I think USD card looks like it's a buy or whether it's selling. But for example, let me just go ahead and initiate this trade. So you can see that this is the trade currently. I told you that if you want to know your trade that is running, you simply click this trade symbol here and it's going to lead you here. So it looks like the market is on sell. So I'm just playing around. So I am selling and I am buying. So let's know which one the market is doing. Well, I didn't consider this because I didn't do any analysis, because that's what we're going to be taught. You have to analyze in Forex before you take action. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I think for now, the aspect that is that. So you can see it's funny, the market is not selling either and it's not buying. Sure. Anyway, that's not much a problem. We have 10 minutes on this for this section to elapse. So let's go back to our board. So there's something I want to tell you. I think we're done with this interface stuff. Now, Forex is a business where you have to consider risk management as one of your main targets. So coming in, if you're not planning to manage the risks, you know that it's not a business for you. So when I talk about risk management has to do with taking so many things into consideration to protecting your trading capital, because it's not what you are making that matters in the market. It's what you are not losing. That's the main important thing a lot of people don't know. They will be in profit and they don't care to make decisions if that profit should be secured. By the time the market changes direction, reverses, and sometimes it goes back and it's minusing them, at the end of the day, you have to close, because instead of blowing your equity, you just book that greed had showed up. All right, so risk management. So risk management is simply you adhering to the rules of the game. One, to protect your equity from getting blown. And how you do that, that will fall back to your lot sizes. You saw where I showed you. Now, those lot sizes are simply parameters you're using to boost your profits. But if you use the bigger profit lot sizes, if you enter them well at the right spot, fine, that falls a lot. But suppose the market goes south and you have used a lot size that is not compatible with the account, what do you expect? You're expecting that if anything happens, that account does not survive. It blows it. So risk management is very important. So you have to know that your capital must be protected. That is why you need these few months or periods to get yourself trained so that you know what you're doing. So you have risk management. So how you manage the risks? One, you protect your capital. And how do you protect your capital? Sometimes you have to define stop loss and take profit. Now, the stop loss will help you control your losses. For example, 10 pips is what you're expecting. If the market doesn't play out, you should just play around 10 pips and then begin to go your direction as usual. So now, when you position that stop loss, it helps you that if the market still go back to where your stop loss is, sometimes it's due to manipulation, sometimes it means what you saw, the analysis is not correct. So stop loss important for saving your account from getting blown. Okay. So in the risk management also is that we always advise in Forex, you risk at most 10%, sorry, you risk at most 5% of your account. 5%. Don't risk more than 5% to take trade. So that if you lose 5% from $300, $200, you know that the remaining percentage you can use it to recover. But when your losses begin to hit, when your losses begin to move to 50%, if you lose 50% of the account, that means for you to recover 50% later on, you will need to take higher chances of risks that could be successful or not successful and then blow up an account. So that is that for the risk management. Do you have any question? This is having 1 minute to expire, so I think I'll let it expire.
Should we ask question? Should we ask question or should we wait when you come back?
Yeah.